Christine from Sacred Sounds Australia. We are at day 10 of our sacred sound rituals, and I'm really excited about this one because I am passionate about this topic, and it's about raising your vibration. And actually, my crystal balls that are here give us a really great representation of how we can raise our vibration. And basically, the concept of raising our vibration doesn't mean that we can raise it to a really high frequency and stay there all the time. Our bodies literally resonate in 432 hertz, which is the tuning of these crystal balls. But the hertz and the amount hertz is the amount of frequency, the amplitude of the frequency, the way that the sound waves go up and down. So, for example, the root chakra wave will be a low vibration. So, it will not have a lot of peaks. The crown will have higher rises and falls in the sound frequency, and they'll be really close together. So if you're around somebody that's super grounded, they will give you a really calming experience. If you are around somebody that is really highly strung, it will become like you're jumping on a trampoline with your best friend, but you're literally falling out of love with them because they are just jumping at such a rate you actually can't keep up. It becomes a little bit chaotic. And I'm going to try and give you a little demonstration so that you can see. I'm going to use a pendulum. And basically the pendulum, I'm going to ask it to just tune into my energy field. And then hopefully you can see that easily. I might do it in front of my trousers here. So you can see my energy. That's literally the rate that it's flowing at. So your energy is, your vibrations are going out in energy waves. Yes, my pendulum is answering me. Thank you. So just showing us my own energy is radiating and causing that pendulum to oscillate at that frequency. So now if I show you playing the root chakra bowl, show my energy with the root chakra bowl. Show me the size of my energy once I'm playing the root chakra bowl. So you can see that's pretty similar to what my own energy was. So, you know, it shows that I'm pretty grounded. Now let's have a look what happens if I play this frequency, which is a lot higher. Show my energy together with this crown frequency. So that's what it looks like when you raise your vibration. It will swing a lot because the amplitude of the vibrations of this crystal ball with the higher hertz, basically, which is just an energy measurement, causes that pendulum to flow. Really moving a lot. So similarly, there's a whole load of things that we can do if we ate root vegetables or vegetables really with a red tone. will have a really grounded experience. Beetroot is a really good example. Sweet potato, another really good example. If we chose to eat oranges, they're quite zesty and energizing, so they come a little bit towards your energy center, your solar plexus, so they can give you like a burst of energy, but it's still a sustained energy, which is great. So say then you ate some grapes, for example, it will raise your vibration to this frequency, but it may not sustain for long. So if I just let that go, just listen to how it dissipates really quickly. So that's what you have to think about when you raise your vibration. You cannot sustain it for long. So if I just came back down to the root chakra and played that crystal ball, you can see how long that is sustained for. So basically why I want to show you that is because you cannot raise your vibration and just want to raise it and raise it and raise it. You literally need to be grounded as well. And the other thing too is that really high frequency doesn't always, it's not always easy to play. To see this, it likes us to be really grounded in order to reach these high vibrations. So that's a really good example of how you cannot always, you don't just raise your frequency and camp out at this note. Because if you did that, people would not actually be able to hear you or understand you. And so I think sometimes in the spiritual world, we've all maybe been there a little bit, where we have all these great experiences and we just want to share, and we're so elevated, and other people are like, ugh, I can't do it. I cannot even. So you have to ground your energy in order for it to come out in a really congruent way. And then there's also a lot of experiences in this community that are short term and not an embodied like experience. In a way deep meditative state in order to experience the glorious moments that these high frequencies have to offer. But then when you're awake and you're super grounded and you're busy going about your day, you actually cannot relate a lot of those experiences. Or if people are trying to explain it to you, it's very difficult to grasp. So, I recommend a really grounded approach. That's why I do love the essential oil balance. I'm going to show you something real quick too with raising your vibration or changing that frequency just with a crystal, so that you can understand that it's not just sound that is raising your vibration. So if you remember when I did the show me my energy, there we go. The human energy is around 70 hertz. So when we play these crystal balls and they go from 285 all the way up to 963 hertz, did you notice like it didn't, if I ask it to show me just the tone of this bowl, show me the energy coming purely from the bowl. That is oscillating quite high. Now show me the energy of my energy. Did you see it drop while this bowl is playing? So that will be 963 hertz, and my body is sitting at 70. So that is the nature of energy, that it kind of comes to a middle ground. So it'll be raising my vibration, but it'll be drawing down from that vibration. So I, essentially won't be vibrating for long at these high frequencies. If I was, and if I went to, I don't know, the 5th octave or 6th octave, you'd literally become invisible. So you would just be transfigured, basically, and people would not be able to see you. So it's impossible for us to raise our vibration and stay there. I hope I've made that clear. I will do a couple more videos on this because it is complex. So I'm going to put the crystal down for a minute and ask the pendulum to show my energy. See, it's a little bit elevated to what it started because it's got the effect of that crystal ball. And then I want to show you what happens when I put this grounding crystal in my palm. Can you see how it's dropped? And it's just grounding my energy, and it's telling me, yes, it's grounded. So I want to show you now, if I pick up a high vibrational crystal, show me the effects of this crystal on my energy. So that's improved a bit compared to when I had the jasper in my hand. So now I have a piece of amethyst in my hand. Show me my vibration with the amethyst in my hand. So can you see how that is expanding? Let's see the clear quartz. Show me my energy with the clear quartz in my hand. So that's even high vibrational. So that's pretty on par with the crown chakra bowl. See that? Now I'm also just going to show you the effect of my words on my vibration, because if I say, show me my vibration when I'm feeling down and discouraged and lonely because I don't have any friends, and I've spent a lot of time on my own today. Can you see? Well, you know what? I love what I'm doing, and I feel really excited that this is just expanding my experience and that I'm going to be able to make a real impact in this world. I feel really encouraged. Really interesting, isn't it? So there's a lot of ways that we can raise our vibration, and I feel like it's almost like a symphony of raising and dropping, and almost like, I don't know, other instruments coming in, if you think of it like that, like a symphony of cells, because you might eat something and then find that you're really low energy, or you may eat something and you're really vibing really high, and you can actually use the rainbow as a scale to show you just as a guide to what is going to raise your vibration. Oh, whoops. You saw the blue calcite raised it a certain level, and then as soon as I came up with the amethysts, that my vibration was raised even higher, and then even higher when I picked up this piece of quartz. I think that's actually a piece of selenite. selenite quartz, which are very empowering to your energy. So I'll show you another way. This is an energy spray just to clear my energy. So we'll just take another reading. Show me my energy field. Now show me my vibration once I have used this clearing spray. Pretty good. So you can use the pendulum to test some things too, to see, hey, is this good for my body or is it not? Is like essential oils, for example. I will show you the lavender. So when you're testing food and essential oils, you can just hold it in your hand. And lavender, show me my vibration. Show me my vibration if I use this oil. Pretty elevated. That's the lavender. Purple label. High vibrational. If I use this balance oil, show me my vibration. So balance oil will have a lot of oils for grounding in them. And yeah, as soon as you go to the grounding part, then you'll see your frequency and your vibration will come down a little bit. But you will be able to sustain high vibrational the sounds or crystals, that high vibrational energy. You will be able to embody it more the more grounded you are. So the more you're just seeking the thrill-seeking experiences of high vibrational things, and they do help us to connect with our guides, our higher selves, and have, out-of-body experiences, connect with starseed energy, angelic realm, and all of that. Because that is literally what you're doing. When you're raising your vibration, then these other things become visible to you. So that is a really important thing to note, and a really important thing to note when you start to work with crystals and crystal singing bowls and even essential oils. So the higher you're raising your frequency plus grounding means the more you're going to experience hearing and being more in tune with your psychic awareness. So I guess that is good. And then obviously you need to be grounded in order to bring your messages through. So a really good example is, say, for example, a 5G tower. I know we hate the concept of them, but if you've seen how huge they are, they have to have a really huge foundation, and they have to really be planted in order to have this aerial way up there to transmit and send and receive signals. So I think Tesla had his concept of this too. So if you have a look at a Tesla tower, you'll see a really big long structure that's really down deep into the earth in order to harness the high vibration of, say, electricity. Electricity is another one. Our houses have a grounding rod, and they need that grounding rod because without it, our whole house would be electrified basically, or if lightning hit it, we'd be in real trouble. And lightning is a very high voltage, so you cannot have that high frequency vibration going through your body and survive it. You cannot sustain it. You can't capture it. So that's also a really great example. Light is also high frequency, high vibrational, and that sometimes when we go into shopping centers, we start to feel a bit spacey with all the halogen lights around, or even LEDs, and they're emitting an energy, And so we can become very overwhelmed. It will be raising our vibration, and we may be walking with rubber shoes on in the shopping center or rubber based soles, and you'll find yourself feeling really highly energized, confused, can't focus, maybe sick in your gut. And then, you might feel like, oh, I'm not doing good here, having real sort of anxiety or panic attack experiences, and you'll want to eat something, or you'll want to sit down, you'll want to drop your energy low, and you can feel really queasy. So that is a really good way to gauge where your energy is at, and also to see what the importance is when you want to raise your vibration, about still grounding your energy. Super, super important. When you go past the car sales place and you see the little blow up guy doing his little dance, you think of that like, if he just had the high winds and that all that experience, and it wasn't actually anchored down, it would just be blowing all over the place. Those things can be quite irritating if you have to sit and watch it all day too. So that is how we become when we just seek high vibrational experiences without being able to anchor that in. So I'm not against any, trying to raise your vibration and experience these higher notes, but after a lot of crystal singing bowl playing, I've realized that you can only get up there a little bit, and you can't stay up there too, because if I stay up there too long, if it'll play, it becomes an irritating noise and not something beautiful. So I will just play the grounded note together with it. So much better when it's balanced and harmonized together, and you just hear that a little bit. So anyway, I hope that's given you food for thought when you're looking at raising your vibration. It is really important to also want to raise our vibration, because I will give you the last example, if I can find something around here to show you. Maybe the silicon mallet. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure this is plastic, and it has plastic in it. So I'll just show you, because we live in a very plastic world, plastic has zero vibration. So you times your vibration, 70 times 0 is 0. So the more you surround yourself in plastic, the more you're depleting your energy, which is just a consideration. So this is what my energy looks like. Can you show me my energy when I have this in my hand? And I think it'll come to a grinding halt. So definitely plastic in there. And it's just food for thought. If you take your food and you wrap it in plastic, zero energy. And it's really good to go and start testing things and having some awareness. Even your water, test if your water is living water. If it's in a plastic bottle, it's not. You can make it living water again by adding a lemon essential oil, but keeping it just straight water in a plastic bottle, zero energy value. So anyway, that's all for me on vibration and frequency. It's a huge topic, and I think I'll probably be doing a chakra balancing series soon so that you can see really, yeah, how it all works and understand it a lot more. So the video for this is going to be a little bit of a longer one, and I'm going to do a entire body balance and with some extra crystal balls to raise your frequency and vibration. I suggest before you do it, to prepare yourself, you do maybe find a nice essential oil, you do some grounding, maybe some breath work to ground your energy, walking outside with your shoes off, or grabbing yourself a grounding crystal. You can grab something high vibrational and grounding if you wish, and have them close to you for that guided meditation. All right, that's it from me now. This is a really big topic, and I'll just leave it there for now. If you have any questions, actually, feel free to write something in the comments, because that can give me some guidelines to cover some more information about raising your vibration. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the guided meditation to raise your vibration. Bye for now.